Welcome back to Velshi and Ruhle. Outrage is growing over the president's retweets this morning. 3 of them contain violent anti-Muslim videos. Some British tabloids have denounced the president's retweets, The Sun even labeling it fake news. And British commentator Piers Morgan tweeting to the president in part asking, quote, "What the hell are you doing?" President Trump's first retweet contains a video that allegedly depicts a Muslim migrant attaching a Dutch boy on crutches. Various news outlets say the perpetrators in the video was found, and it turned out to be no Muslim or migrant at all. The second features a video that purports to show a Muslim man destroying the statue of the Virgin Mary. And the third video appears to show an Islamist mob pushing a teen boy off a roof, then beating him to death.
And even if it's not troubling, it's confusing. Why is the president doing this? All 3 videos originally posted by Jada Franson. She's the deputy leader of a far-right, ultra-nationalist group in the UK known as Britain First. The group has long wanted to ban Islam from the UK and opposes mass immigration. President Trump himself has sought to ban immigrants from certain Muslim-majority nations. This as Muslims make up 1% of the United States population. The Pew Research Center estimates about 3.3 million Muslims live in the U.S.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders defended the president's retweets, believe it or not, even though one of the videos was debunked.
Look, I'm not talking about the nature of the video. I think you're focusing on the wrong thing. The threat is real, and that's what the president is talking about, is the need for national security, the need for military spending, and those are very real things. There's nothing fake about that.
Somehow that became about military spending and national security. Roland Martin joins us now. He's the host and managing editor of TV One's NewsOne Now. Stephanie can't even speak. She's speechless. There's so many levels of this that are so ridiculous. The president retweeting someone who was arrested, a hate speech person, and then that response from Sarah Sanders.
Well, Al, it's very simple. When your house is built on a racial foundation, this is what you're going to get. When you have the president, remember, how did he rise to political prominence? It was his attacks on the birth certificate on President Barack Obama. When he announced his run, he attacked Mexicans. He has attacked numerous African Americans, the NFL players. We could go on and on and on. He is pressing the buttons of white fear in America. Just the other day, I had Charlie Sykes on my show, conservative, who said out of his own mouth that this president is playing the race card consistently. That was a white male conservative owning up to the reality of who this president is. And look, we are not shocked. 94% of black women did not vote for him. Black folks figured out real soon exactly who this guy is.
While Ivanka Trump is in India right now at a global women's business summit, you've got people in that White House. Dina Powell, who founded the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women Initiative, helping women start businesses around the world. Steve Mnuchin, Gary Cohn, Elaine Chao, Betsy DeVos, all the generals. What does it do to these people and their credibility? I mean, Sarah Huckabee Sanders shot her own credibility standing by the president and defending this. Yeah. But for those who work in this administration and remain silent, when the president, who is on the eve of, whether we like it or not, passing an extraordinary tax reform that's a giant win for him.
And he tweets absolute garbage.
But I need anybody to watch it to understand American history. Who were the people who stood by in Plessy versus Ferguson, in Dred Scott decision? Who were the folks who stood by when it came to Sweat versus Painter? All those Supreme Court decisions. Who were the people who stood by when Marian Anderson was not allowed to sing because the Daughters of the Confederacy and had to sing at the memorial? Who were those people? The point is this here. For 398 years since 20-odd Africans arrived in August of 1619, black folks know what this is about. What these are individuals who are consumed by power. And so power corrupts. They will not check Donald Trump because, frankly, they want to maintain their power. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I don't want to hear anything about her talking from the podium about her daughters and being the daughter of a minister when she is defending lies, defending what he does. This is the fundamental problem with this country. He pushed racial buttons. He played on racial buttons. He was elected in spite of all of that. He was elected in spite of sexism. And this if I had to go biblical, this is when the people said, we want a king, and the prophet made Saul the king, and guess what happened when he lost his mind? And then David came along. It's the same thing. They have allowed evil to invade the White House, and he is spreading this through his Twitter account, and the world is now reacting, and he's representing this nation. That is Donald Trump.
Roland Martin just preached.
All right, Roland. Thanks, buddy. Roland Martin.
Thanks a lot.